Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is for Alexis. She has a really good question. And you guys please be patient with me with the viewer questions. It's taken me a while to get through them. But anyway, Alexis's question is, does Trump's Secret Service share the same principles as him? Are they loyal to him? Or are they hoping to get away from him? And then lastly, will they allow him to take souvenirs? Okay, so I designed a weird little spread, so I'll just talk you through it. Okay, so the first card will be the same as the others in that it's the forces in motion, but actually, like, what's the truth about his relationship with the Secret Service? How healthy is that relationship? What is the truth about that relationship? So I'm going to draw two cards for that. This will go down here and here. Okay, and then I'm going to move things around later, but just so I don't forget what these are. Bear with me in my method of madness. Okay, so next it's going to be two cards. Challenges. So, challenge for Trump. The challenges to Trump with the relationship with the Secret Service. And then now this card will be the challenges for the Secret Service with Trump. Okay. Boy, those cards make sense. All right, then over here we're going to have a card for what the Secret Service is, what they've been doing in relationship with him. That'll be over here. And then for Trump, let's see, let me just move this. What is Trump doing with them? What has he been doing with them? Okay. All right. And then, let's do it this way. Are they loyal to him or not? No, think not. Will they allow, the next card is, will they allow his pilfering? Wow, okay. I'm not so sure about that one then. And then the outcome for Trump. The outcome for Trump with these last days in the White House. I think we're down to 50-something days now. I'm reading this on November 29th. So the outcome for him in relationship with the Secret Service. Whoa. Okay. And then I was going to draw one last card for does he get away with anything? You know, does he really get away with stealing anything? Okay, so let me scooch these all back out of the way. And I don't think I'm going to layer the Lenormand because this spread is so big, and I don't think I'm going to need to actually. Okay, so. Oh, we've got plenty of room this way. Okay. Here and here. All right. Sacred chopstick. Cherished chopstick. Okay, so remember the first two cards were about the forces in motion, but this one's about... forces in motion, like the truth of their relationship. And then this is the combination of Trump and the Secret Service. So it looks to me like they've been really burdened, and now they're possibly looking to be released from that burden. Like maybe they're really looking forward to being released out from under all the chaos and the energy that just comes through really quickly. But this can be, the Ten of Wands reversed can be all about lies. And you know, it is a big entanglement. Even straight up, it's a huge burden. Reversed, it can be a release of the burden, but this is such a card of like contradictions and lies. And really, you know, usually a negative outcome. It can also be, so it's like who's lying? Like well, we know Trump is the liar. This card can also be, you know, like backroom deals, kind of like that icky kind of, how do we get out from under this? What do we do? Oh, I get it. I think that this is them talking amongst themselves. Because, you know, of course, they've been so overclimped. Remember Mike Myers in SNL? Who did he play? I forget that. It was somebody's mother. And he always did it with Barbara Streisand. It was all about Barbara and the nails. Remember the nails? All that. But anyway, that was a weird flashback. So there's that feeling of just being... where they are talking, you know, with each other about how do they get out from under this unbelievable energy that's constantly coming down on them. I imagine, well, we'll get into that, but I imagine that he's really demanding. And I imagine that because, you know, they serve at his pleasure, that's basically what it's about. That's kind of the code, right? Everybody serves at the pleasure, and that probably should really be changed, because it should be more of a teamwork, and especially with him, he's abused that position so severely. But these two in combo, I get that feeling that it's they're going to be relieving their stress. The stress will be relieved from them, but because they've been feeling like it's really unfair, like the burden has been unfair and it's too much down on them. So I really think that they're looking forward, because this is all about, you know, the quality of their relationship. They're looking to get out from under the burden, and they're probably working with each other to figure out how to do that. You know, they have to be good friends, I would think, most of them, and they're probably looking with these two combined. They're looking for the fastest way to get out from underneath this oppressive mess, out from under the Trump, you know, regime and the grifters. So the challenges to Trump is that he's been unjust, and his challenge is that he's you know, he's lost, I think, 38 lawsuits now. He had 39, and I think he kind of won one or something, or one isn't fully finished. But he's lost everything. He's lost every state. Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, you know, Michigan, every single swing state that he opposed. And all this stress, this just unbelievable amount of stress that he's put on all of them. And then imagine them being drug around to all his campaign rallies and having to protect him, even though he was just, you know, a complete selfish asshole. I don't know what else to call him. He's just, you know, yeah. I'm being reminded of there's a new YouTube channel that I like. Her name's I don't know her name. Personal name, but it's called Foolist Tarot, and she has an amazing sense of humor. She uses the word, I like the way she makes up new words. She's having trouble with her hands and she calls them paws. and hooves sometimes. But so shout out to Foolist. It's Foolist. It'd be like the fool, but then put ist on the end. She uses the word jackassery. And she wasn't talking about Trump, but because she doesn't want to do political readings. But her readings are really funny. I love her readings. But anyway, so when I looked at these cards together, I thought of jackassery. And the challenges to Trump is that he's not winning any lawsuits. When the Justice card comes in reversed, it could be that there's a lawsuit that's going to happen, but this card is all about corruption and legal complications. And it does have to do, because you know how when justice is straight up, it's all about being unbiased and really fair. That's why we have the scales here. And in some cards there's a blindfold, because that's the key meaning of being unbiased. So when it's reversed, there is bias, and probably because he's earned it really well. So the challenge to him is that they're prejudiced against him, and they're going to try to hold him back, in all the ways that they can. Because I think he's been severe with them in the past. I think he's been abusive to them in the past. Now, the challenges to them with the Fool reversed is to not have like an unexpected delay or something going on, like because straight up you're like moving ahead, and you want to not be too risky, but there's a new adventure. Well, when it's reversed, there's nothing new, and their challenge is to not miss an opportunity. To be really careful about their actions. Like they, I don't know why I said she. Is there a female? Oh my goodness, now I'm wondering. Oh, because that, I don't know if that was really like a Freudian, it might have been a little bit of like a Freudian slip where I actually said some little piece of wisdom, so I don't know. Either I just said the wrong word, and it's supposed to be he, or there is a female. There's a female involved. That's the challenge to them. Could that be Ivanka? Does she care about stealing stuff like he does? I mean, I think he's the only one that really wanted souvenirs from all over the place. He's done that before in hotels. There's all kinds of stories about his taking things just for souvenirs, which is why Alexis had this awesome, question. So, well, if I just stick with the key meanings to this word is for them to, not make a mistake or not miss an opportunity either. But I don't think they're on his side by looking at these cards down here, and these are really important cards. Okay, so what they're doing with the High Priestess, they're keeping quiet. And they're, in silence, but there can also be a little bit of a hidden agenda here. Yeah. Because they've been dealing with this narcissist who has been betraying their trust over and over and over again. So there's also this level of like divine order in this card, and they know how it works in the Secret Service in tandem with the FBI, in tandem with the Department of Justice, and in tandem with probably the all of the intelligence communities. I think they would be connected. I think that they would have. I think they'd be privy to some of that information. I would hope, but anyway, whether they are or not, we're in that realm of like being able to navigate, many other different realms. That's what the High Priestess is all about. So but as far as just like what they're doing, they're being quiet, and I think they're figuring out like what to do. What Trump is doing with the lovers reversed, well, he's like I said, those backdoor deals that he's probably making. Um, I mean, geez, that dude is just such a dirtbag, man. I think this has to do, because this whole thing is about relationship with them. I think this whole thing has to do with, and these are two feminine cards. I wonder if there is or are several female Secret Service agents. But anyway, they're being quiet, and they're working on whatever they can behind the scenes. And as far as what Trump is doing, he's fighting. He's having, arguments. And his emotional climate is like, his, it's like noticing the clouds here is like this weather, this like emotional weather storm that he's in. He's all over the place. He's like polar, bipolar. And it's ruled by Mercury, Mercury and Gemini particularly. So this is his card. Yeah. But what he's doing, though, I think he could be like some days feeling like, oh yeah, I'm in control, and then other days he's feeling insecure. I think he's all over the place. Yeah, I think he just has a real lack of trust in relationship, and that's what he's doing, and that's flavoring all of this as well. So let's go to whether or not they're loyal to him. And this is, of course, the Four of Wands reversed. So first and foremost, for them, it's all about security and safety, which is what Venus is all about. Venus also unifies, so there's a unity within, all of the. I would think a unity within all of their, relationships with each other. But if they're loyal to him or not, I would say no, and especially with these together, because of what he's done in the past. This has everything to do with, conflicts. Both of these cards together are very, they're cards of conflicts. Like this would be conflicts at home, but if you look at the image, like this could be the White House. This could also be Mar-a-Lago, and they've been drugged back and forth to Mar-a-Lago. They've been forced to book rooms at Mar-a-Lago in anticipation of if he would go there for the weekend or not. And then, of course, taxpayers pay for that. And then if he decided to not go that weekend, they still had to pay for those rooms. And that's all documented. You can find that. That's public record. So they've had that, there's been that's been going on. But whether they're loyal to him, no, they're just trying to complete. This is a 4, so you want to complete. And they can't wait to get this done. This is like, if this is the marriage card and celebration and everyone's happy, this is the, we're divorced now and we're happy about that. That's what that card is. So no, they're not loyal to him. Will they allow the pilfering? So basically, like, will they lay down and take it? Maybe, because there's not a battle here. There's not a battle, and there's probably nothing they could do if he were to slip little things into their, or if he were to slip little things into his bags and just little things here and there. They wouldn't notice all those little things, because they're, I don't know that they hang out in the inner quarters with him at all. They're the guards at the door on the outside, so they're not going to know if he's packing something up. So allowing or not, there's no power here. There's no ability for them to. What are they going to do? Search his bags? Now that I'm thinking of it, they can't search his bags before he leaves. Hopefully there are things that are glued down and nailed down in ways that, or maybe they're being removed now so that there's no worry. Then again, when he moved in, we have to remember that when they moved in, especially they took out a lot of things, anything that Obama had installed. And he actually refused to let, the big paintings go up with Obama. They had to, they're on hold somewhere. They'll go up later on, of course, maybe January 21st. But while Trump's there, he wouldn't allow that. That's what jackassery has been going on with him. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so moving forward, the outcome for Trump, he's out in the cold. This is the Five of Pentacles. You can just see it right there. He's not in the warmth and the confines of the White House anymore. And this can also be a card of debt and, bankruptcy. This is the primary primo card for bankruptcies. It's excuse me, inner lack and inner poverty, which of course would cause him to steal a few souvenirs here and there. I don't know that he has much of a community to help him at this point anymore because he needs money to get that. And he's broke. Remember, he's the broke-ass guy. I think he's being abandoned, honestly. I think that's the outcome for Trump, is he's being abandoned. Because, remember, all of his relationships are transactional, which means they're held together with what he can give them. And, favors, all those types of things, bribery. Well, when he doesn't have money, then that's no longer an option. So he's out of options. And does he get away with it? Well, we can see that, yeah, he can get away with some souvenirs, and the Secret Service is not going to be able to do anything about that, I believe. But in the outcome of his soul, in the outcome of, his karma, he does not get away with it. And it's done. He's done. This is also a card of being stabbed in the back. The biggest betrayal you could ever have. Like, you're done. You're just absolutely done. So, and I think, aren't we all sleeping better? I mean, I don't know. I never really lost any sleep over him. I honestly didn't. I had a couple nightmares because of him, and I had lots of guidance come through because of him. Like Dmitry Firtash, I got in dream time that he was the financier. Well, I woke up hearing Dmitry Firtash, and I had gone to sleep that night wondering, where did Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman and Rudy Giuliani, where did they get that $325,000 from? Where did all that money come from? And I woke up in the morning hearing, Firtash, Dmitry Firtash. So I know about that, but other than that, I think we're all sleeping better, and I think it's done, and we're just waiting for it to be officially done. Yeah. So, okay, well, I feel complete. So, Sacred Chopstick and Cherished Chopstick, we're done. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Alexis, for the great question. Okay, take good care. Bye.